Okay, whenever you're ready.
Hi there. This is our Lifted Conference live stream, and I am here with Yasmine Baggari. And we're just excited about sharing and communing across not just states, not just countries, but across the world. So you were amazing this morning when you talked about being a bridge and being a bridge between countries. Just tell us a little bit about yourself and what has opened you up really to sharing with the world.
Yes, well, thank you so much for the introduction. And it is truly people's stories and their desires to do good in the world and what drives them every day that inspires me. So I was traveling across the United States on a Greyhound bus and just talking to every person that was open to exchanging and having a conversation, because it's in those moments of connection that we can realize our oneness and unity and interconnectedness across the entire planet. So my inspiration stems from people
Right.
and their stories.
Well, you talked about your brother who received a full scholarship to Yale University.
Yale University,
And
yes.
you looked at yourself and you said, this is a window of opportunity.
Exactly.
What, I know that propelled you, but where did you go from there? What was the next step?
I went online.
Okay.
I looked at my
Everyone can do
computer.
that.
Everybody could do that.
Mhm.
Sorry.
That's fine.
And I just looked up, opportunities, scholarships that exist for me to study abroad, for me to go on an exchange program, and I found a program to the State Department that brings youth from all over the Middle East and North Africa to live with an American family in the United States. And I was accepted, and since then I knew that I had to prepare my SATs, my TOEFL, and apply for colleges, and I got a scholarship as well to go here in Massachusetts. And while I was in college, I realized that that was not it. I had to keep going, keep working hard, and be driven by knowledge and curiosity, and got scholarships to travel around the world and conduct research on women's empowerment, on identity and integration. And that's what inspired my vision for the company. And now living in San Francisco, and right in front of the Golden Gate Bridge, where I got my inspiration the first time I came.
Right. So now you mentioned the company Voyage.
Yes, Voyage.
Tell us a little bit about it.
So Voyage is an online platform that matches travelers and hosts from anywhere in the world based on their common interests and experiences that they seek to have authentic cultural sharing. So, for example, if I'm coming, to Mississippi and I'm interested in education, and I want to learn about the culture from an authentic place, then I can get matched with a local that want to host me for a few hours or a few days.
Wow. So now when you go to or come to Mississippi,
Yes.
you led me into that.
Yes.
How do you get a grasp of the culture? What are some strategies that you use to, even if you're here for just a brief minute, to
Yes.
figure out what some pieces of the culture are like?
So I never actually go to touristic places. I always just take time to listen to people's stories, those who've lived here their entire lives, and ask them, how is it like to grow up in Mississippi, and how is the educational system here? What are some ways that we can bridge our worlds together? And so it's always about the individual, because every person has a story that's different. So you can get different cultures within one place, depending on who you're talking to, right?
Right.
So just being open to the other perspective without any judgment, and just being self-aware to not say something that might offend them, or like, oh, I heard that this place is like that, or it's like being a kid, exploring things for the first time.
Right, right. So now cultural diversity is not, I won't say a new idea, but it's an ever present idea
Yes.
now among the education community.
Yes.
What advice would you give to teachers to embrace and promote cultural diversity in their classrooms?
That's a beautiful thing. So one would be to, reach out to, programs that promote diversity and cultural exchanges, where students from maybe different schools can interact with each other across boards, across ages. So there's that intercultural, intergenerational exchange that happen even within the states. And to get together and not be afraid to ask for, having a conversation and ask questions that are meaningful beyond just how is your day, but more what are some challenges you're facing in your school and how might we be able to support you through our resources and our connections and networks. So openness would be the key word, right? And openness and willing to help the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said a word, fear.
Yes.
Fear is a huge obstacle.
Yes.
And I'm not sure how old you are or how long you've been doing this,
Yes.
but it seems like there's just been a little bit of time, but you took out and you traveled across the world. That would be a scary thing to do.
Yes.
What have you done to keep fear at bay?
So fear is a mental state. So it's a mental barriers that we create for ourselves, and all you have to do is overcome the fear once. And once you do it once, then it's easy to just do it again and again and again. So the first time I was about to leave my home, there was fear, but there was also excitement, this wonder and discovery for a new place that I had never been. And you realize you can overcome the fear by just, by just going outside of your comfort zone and realizing, oh, it's not that scary actually. And once you start to understand the people and the cultures and the different regions of the world, then you realize fear is just a social construct.
Right.
Yes.
Now you did mention that you have lived with or stayed with hundreds.
150 plus families.
Okay, but your parents have opened their homes, their home to
Yes.
people to come in.
Exactly.
Just talk about that a little bit. Your
Yeah.
parents receiving people from other parts of the world into their
Yes.
home.
So one of the things that inspired my family to open their homes because they felt that I was so welcomed in America and in all different parts of the world, that by paying it forward, that they would open their homes and their hearts to strangers, people that I would send over to Morocco, and they've truly been changed because of it. The exposure they had. I always say that if you can't travel, bring the world into your home. And so that's been amazing. And if my parents did it and I did it at 23 today, that's how old I am, then anybody could do it. That's my belief. I truly believe in, democratizing travel, democratizing cultural encounters, because at the end of the day, we're all just people wanting love and humanness and interconnectedness and unity. And access to opportunities to feel alive and feel that we're living a life of purpose. And that's what matters.
It is. Well, you're a light in your family and you're a light in the world, and I thank you for sharing your light.
Thank
here
you.
at the
So are
Lift It
you.
Conference. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you would like to tell
Well, I want
those
to.
viewing?
Yes, I want to thank you for your hospitality, and Mississippi. You have been such a great place and host, and I can't wait to come back and bring the world into Mississippi.
Awesome. High five.
You're welcome. Oh, you're amazing.
So are you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.